Cigars are blazing, the whiskey's flowing. Tonight, the legends gather once again. Welcome to the iconic Barrel Burners Lounge, where class meets chaos and smoke fills the air. Entering the lounge with bourbon in hand, the time to smoke is here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Barrel Burners Live, presented by Barrel Burners.
And we're here, guys. And we're not clowning around. Can't wait to kick this off. Jack's already in here. Cigar Rep. Barry, what's up? Keith, Todd, thank you all. Brutus was the first one in here. How the hell are we doing, gentlemen? How the hell are we doing?
Good. I like the intro, man. I feel like it's getting into like a documentary style series. Like it's a kind of that really just, that CSI kind of vibe thing. I like that.
Oh yeah, it's almost true crime. As long as that one guy doesn't come in the kitchen and start asking you while you're there, we're going to be all right.
I mean, somebody's going to get shanked or sent to the fishes or the concrete boots. I mean,
Sure.
This is hype. Rob the cigar. I don't know if you guys can see chat, so
come on in. There's plenty of room. Plenty of room.
I will highlight different things for you guys to see. I can actually put them on there, but it covers Ray's face, so we don't want to do that.
I don't really want to see my face.
Now,
anyway.
if it just covered the Knicks hat, that would be all right. But
Well, let's go Knicks.
Barry says to catch a killer. All right, guys. So I guess let's start, man. What are we smoking and what are we drinking for this event this evening? Chat, you tell us. Okie, let's start with you. What's your combo tonight?
Oh, we had to go with the Azzurri tonight. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm not Italian. I'm Irish. Come on.
You did a good job, okay? I'm going to give you a little bit of credit right there on the toss. I like that.
It's a little close to Italian, so we can kind of get there. And a little Turkey 101.
And this is what I'm going to do without butchering the name of it. I'm smoking what Okie smoking. And then I'm doing the Wild Turkey 8-year, the anniversary from this year. Let me get Joe back in here. What you got, Joe?
I got Eagle Rare.
Oh, boy.
There you
and
go.
I have the Viola. Let's go.
Viola, the sister to this one, I shall call it.
I'm joining you boys because it was up in the rotation between both of the sticks, and I am pairing it with a double black Johnny Walker.
Oh, love it, man. Some solid sticks. I see what the consensus is tonight. This new Cigar Clowns, guys. And if you had not had the pleasure of smoking this thing yet, they are amazing. I wish, because I just recently put out an article on the website and Instagram of 5 budget sticks under $7, which this one is a hair over that. But I wish I would have smoked these before I made my list, because I'd have probably stretched it and did $8 cigars. But these things are going to be making lists this year, both of them. I did a full review of them this week. Each one has their place. Each one is a great smoke. And we're going to dive into those here in a little bit and get to that. But, I mean, a lot of you guys who are the Cigar Clowns? What are the Cigar Clowns? Is this a club? Is this a brand? What is it? And I'm going to go way back for you, a lot of you in here. But Cigar Clowns Ray was a OG barrel burner back in the day, in the first years of barrel burners. The man has a patch. He has a cigar rest. So is Joe drunk already? I mean, what's up with
Probably. Joe? Who knows? He's probably having difficulties.
Brutus says.
And by the way, I worked for my damn patch. I just want to put it out there.
Everybody in our club works for a patch, because we don't let participation trophies happen. We are not
100%.
Hey, I tell you what, there were a few folks from some brands and all the rest of that stuff, and they had to grind, or they started their brand after they were a member or whatever. Right. But yeah, if there's a burners patch out there with a brand, they put in the time.
Oh, 100%. We've never gave somebody may have a sticker or something like that, but to have that patch in their hand, they did the work. Anthony says, got them and smoke them. OG Clowns, Devils, Advocate. John 805 from the West Coast. Y'all guys know John. Joe freaking cut his beard, Jack says. That's Paul Tuttle. Joe is not here tonight. We have Paul Tuttle with us tonight. We're going to talk some other stuff. All right, guys, take us there. Who are the Cigar Clowns? How did this happen? How did it start? And how in the hell did we evolve into cigars as we do now, a core brand and limited editions. Take the floor.
Joe, I say we
Go
do
ahead.
the new thing. You kind of give like the little short synopsis of my long story, and then I can jump in and fill in the details. I think it's worked well over the past couple of podcasts.
So,
Don't bore the people.
long story quick. Ray, Danny, we had a few other partners, Nick, who's also a barrel burner, Murphy, and Bart. We used to all get together every Friday night. We used to smoke cigars. It started off in my buddy Nick's garage, believe it or not. Then when he got his new house, we went to his backyard, and it was just every Friday night smoking cigars. Our little group became a Facebook group. From the Facebook group, we made a cigar for our Facebook group. From there, turned into a business, man. It was just crazy little thing. That's pretty much it. Ray, you can have the floor.
Yeah, we kind of started during the pandemic, full scale. We were both, blue collar guys, by day to day, professions, and there was nothing to do. There was no sports on. There was no, nothing. It was just kind of like, we kind of went about our days as the world as it was going to shit, and we would get on Zoom calls like this, and we would herf every night just to kind of like escape from everything, everyday details. And we just kind of sat there at one point and we were like, how can we do something? I mean, we need to do something. Like this is getting insane. So, we have so many connections in the industry. We've gone to so many events because we consume this, from day one, and we still are. And, we turned around and we made a couple phone calls, got some cigars, and then boom, boom, here we go. 38 cigar releases later with nine SKUs in our core lines with the merger with Sheffield collection, which we had recently. It's been an interesting couple of years, man. It's been fun. It's really been fun.
So started out, group of guys hanging out and like, hey, why not do a cigar while we're at it? I mean, we love cigars. Let's see what we got. Let's use the connections. So,
I'm going to interject. Hang on, interjection here. You guys are at 38 cigars.
38?
38.
Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
In like 7 years.
38.
Six.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
doesn't include our Sheffield collection, but that's just Cigar Clowns.
No, that doesn't include the Sheffield collection. That doesn't include the 3 installments of the
four
See and
cigars,
Speak and
right?
the Freedom Fighter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you
Plus
guys
the
are
limited drops.
Sure. So I mean, you guys are right at between 6 and 7 cigars a year.
We were pumping them out for a long time.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
not
man, we
fuck
built our
around.
reputation on those
Yeah.
limited runs and those, FOMO chased them, and we had a little thing going, and it kind of built our reputation up and kind of built our, people kind of started looking to us and saying, what are these guys doing? I'm kind of interested, and maybe I can help you guys get to the next level. And through the course of time, we've been through ups and downs like every cigar brand, and where we're at the point right now with a lot of those being limited releases and how we started from early on up until now, where we have core lines in place, and we still do the limited drops. We have our Festivus. This is going into our 6th year of the Festivus that we do every year, which is our yearly stick, which is our big limited edition in our line. Yeah, it's kind of when you kind of sit back and look at it, you're like, shit, 38 cigars. How the fuck? Yeah, we say that sometimes too, man. I look at the humidor. I have a humidor. Okay, I have a humidor upstairs that's just one stick of every cigar that we've ever released. I have to take a picture of it. I just redid the humidor a couple of days ago, so it's not like in order, but it's kind of semi in order. All the releases, every release that we've ever done, including limited editions. So there's a lot of cigars in that humidor so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy in such a short time. So how many core lines do we have now for the Clowns that's always around to be able to be purchased?
We're at 5 right now. We have
5 core.
Yeah, we have the 2 Pagliaccis.
Correct.
We have Goldie Grace. We have the Geppetto and the Rodeo Clown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then
these
we have
2
4
new ones have to stay around. That's going to be a hit for you guys.
Oh yeah, man. It's Ray. What do we say? It's blue collar.
It's blue collar. It's elite tobacco with blue collar pedigree. That's the slogan we came up with at this launch of the Pagliacci.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow,
5150.
Smoking a 5150. Let's go, Big Brutus.
Yeah, I figured you guys would like that.
That's a special one right there. That's a special one.
Man, I'm still blown away by how many cigars you said you put out in that amount of time. That's crazy.
Oh, we got a whole,
Yeah, it's humble
bunch more to
beginnings.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we're
you
just-
can't
we're
stop.
working.
I mean, everybody
No.
loves core line, but they love those yearly
Right.
releases that if you don't buy them, they're gone. I mean,
Mhm.
to me, from a marketing standpoint, every company you have to have a little bit of both. You got to have a core line to keep them happy all year round, but you got to have that limited thing that they got FOMO. They got to get it. They got to get it quick.
That core's got to pay the bills.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Right.
Your core can continue to
100%.
bring new people in, keep the old people happy. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
We're bringing back some of the old stuff, man. We're bringing back some of the old drops. You know, we've been working on it feverishly. So
y'all have a roadmap, and you know how many you want to come out every year, and how to keep kind of growing to it.
Yeah,
Kind
I'd
of.
say that.
Yeah, it's kind of paying homage to the roots. I mean, you know, there are cigars. I think in our catalog of cigars, there's so many of them. Obviously, you know, you want to say that you would love to do every one of them again, right? I'm talking about old school shit. I'm not even talking about like the current stuff. I'm just talking about old school, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago. You know, there's so many to go through, and you know, see if you can get the actual blend specs for it and breaking it down. You know, like the evolution of the brand from where we started. You know, basically getting a run of cigars that was had something missing that somebody didn't like and was sitting there for how long, Joe? 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, however long they were sitting there age and nobody claimed them. So that's our humble beginnings into being able to, you know, communicate with our blender and the factory and our distributor and having the network that we built. It's crazy from inception until now. It's like mind blowing. It's humbling at times too. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, John says the 5150 is his favorite, but the Devil's Advocate is pretty damn tasty.
Devil's Advocate was a great project. It was for a group of guys, you know, and a good group of guys. And I think that was probably one of our best blends. Definitely bringing that back under a different name because that group is no longer around.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
No, that's good. So, Cigar Clowns, how did we land on that name?
That's all you.
So, I'm a very big movie buff, and you know, growing up in New York City, kind of have like the I like the mob culture. I've always have. You know, growing up here, and like I said, growing up here in New York. Not that I condone anything that they do, but I like the whole. You know, I was into Scorsese films, and I'm a big movie buff guy. So sitting in Nikki's backyard when Nikki finally got a house one night, we were hanging out, and he was breaking my balls unmercifully about something. And I turned around to him at one point. I'm like, "Oh, what am I, a fucking clown? What am I here to amuse you?" Because that's what we should go our Facebook group. We're a bunch of clowns, a bunch of cigar clowns. So you're going back. What, Joe? 2004, maybe 2005.
Yeah.
That's how long the name has been around for us as a group. It started as a Facebook group, and then, you know, expanded into, you know, where we're at now. But yeah, we had the humble beginnings of like we had a small little group of guys. You know, we would go to lounges, we would go to barn smokers, we would go to events, we would go to cutting lights for brands. We went to Cigar Fest every year in PA up at Split Rock. You know, we did the thing. We love the leaf and being consumers. You know, we love to chase. You love to continue to chase that high. What's out new? What's this? What's that? So, you know, it's crazy. Like from back when until now, it's just like it's been a journey. I mean, it's really how you look at it. It's been a journey for a number of years, starting with a bunch of group of guys just hanging out smoking cigars. And I think, you know, friggin', you know, how many years later that we would be, you know, we would be in a brand and we would be growing a brand. It's
Right.
crazy. Like smoking with you guys and hanging out on Herfs at the Battle Burners in 2019 when I joined and just hanging out and shooting the shit. And I think that I would be sitting here talking to you in your first inaugural podcast with us and me being a brando. It's like that full circle moment. You know, it's cool. It's a cool experience to experience. I'm happy to be a part of it. So.
Well, and we're glad to have you, man. Like I said, you came full circle for sure. It's pretty cool knowing we started in August of 18. You were in there in 19. So you've seen the transition, you've seen the boom of cigars, and kind of like the Cigar Clowns, when you have a name that fits and you have a way to do things that takes off and people accept and they like what you're doing. I mean, you grew to what you did. We grew to what we did, and we're still taking members, still growing, and we evolved with the news side now. But you never think people are going to see your vision and latch on to it and say this could work. But you guys are a prime example of that as well, of what you've accomplished. And I got a question from Brutus up here for y'all too. I'll let you answer before we move on to somebody else.
Yeah, Joe, it's all you.
Yeah, man. So it might be both. It might be neither right now. But there are old blends coming back. That I can promise you, Brutus. I like to keep it close to the chest until it drops. So follow our social media.
Follow social media. Shame on you if you don't already follow their social media. That would be like being in this live right now and not subbing to this channel. Hint, hint right now. Yeah, you know how it is.
I like that.
Okay, you got anything you want to chime in, brother? Any questions?
No, I mean, and like you can see, I mean, we got a little water coming down, and there's a little bit of beating on the roof right now. But it's like Ray said, it's really all an evolution, and that's really where everything started. Is again, you started out as friends in the backyard, and a lot of us started out, smoking with family members or locals or anything like that. That's how Barrel Burner started. It was a damn poker game. And that's how it started and gained legs. It was people that were just smoking and enjoying the time. My path was a little different. I was smoking by myself and was looking out there online and found the group through a recruiter and jumped in January of 19, right after it kind of got rolling. And, you were talking to Hertz and stuff like that. And Jason hit on it as everybody was like, where in the world would I want to get on a video call? I'll just go to my local lounge. Where I was at, I didn't have a lounge. So being able to jump on with these guys was great. And, Ray here, working that afternoon shift in a damn backhoe, smoking cigars, cussing at whoever was standing up, holding on to the end of the shovel that wasn't doing nothing, or the, people driving by and all. But I mean, it's like you said, what were we doing that 3-4 times a week? And
maybe more than that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we did. And it just kind of, fueled everybody else, fueled relationships and stuff like that. You mentioned Chef Nick. Nick, I think, was in there right about the same time you were, just a little bit before. He's quite a bit quieter than Ray is. We'll put it that way. But we're going to go with reserved. He's a little more reserved. But, I mean, it was great getting to know those guys. And all of a sudden you guys just said, hey, by the way, we're starting these cigars through this place that shall not be named. And we were able to, get some of those initial blend and, kind of rolling with that. And we were able to, kind of experience that with you. And then all of a sudden you guys took off and I couldn't keep up, like legit couldn't keep up. I couldn't grab them all. I grabbed as many of them as I could, but that was the whole deal is, that fire that you guys had to just do a lot of different stuff to kind of, drive that FOMO. And now your name is out there. So, that was really the cool thing that I enjoyed watching as a spectator, while y'all did your thing was, you guys just blew up, got your own thing going, and God bless if you guys were able to, to let that come to fruition. And, I'm looking forward to you guys being able to put out a core line that, we can go to our locals or, exclusive places, which by the way, the only places to get these things are, come on, man.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So again, for everybody that's watching, if you're interested in the cigars that we are smoking, the only place to get them is Smoke Inn. But again, looking forward to you guys getting that core line out there so that way we can get you guys all the time instead of that chase. Now we're still going to chase because that's just what we do. But we're definitely,
if you have any issues getting us cigars at this point, I think somebody who's high up in the brand that can probably, make sure that that's not an issue.
Joe is my new best friend.
There you go, my man.
Joe's everybody's favorite clown. This is nothing new to me. You want to start that trend? You want to start that conversation? I'll just sit. I'll shut my light off. You want me to shut the light off? I'll just shut the light off.
It's a natural.
I'll sit over here.
Natural occurrence.
Hold on.
I cannot take Joe serious right now. It's Paul Tuttle. Every time I look over there, I'm going to watch Orange County Choppers tonight.
That's right. I just did it to break my wife's fucking chops. So That's
You
it.
can't
I'll
change it
stop
now.
you on
You
that
have to
one,
leave
Joe.
it.
Before you
But-
answer that question, my son, the week my son was born, I pissed my wife off. I went to the bathroom. I had full beard. I shaved and had a handlebar mustache.
There you
Came
go.
out, she goes, I'm going to kill you if I go in labor. Next day, she goes in labor, and all my pictures at the hospital holding my son is a Leonard Skinner t-shirt and fucking handlebar mustache.
There
and all
you
his
go.
baby
Love it.
pictures.
I
hates
love
me.
it. Love it.
Let's
love
go.
it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
man. But just to comment with Oki, the cigars have been shipped to shops nationwide, so they are popping up. The Pagliaccis are popping up in shops nationwide. We had an exclusive with Abe and Smoking for a little over a month, and he had taken our first like 2 deliveries of cigars. That's how much he
nice.
believes in us. So, yeah.
Well, Mr.
So
Pete
we're
here
very
wants
lucky.
to know what's your favorite
And to
rapper
answer
to
Pete's
use.
question, to answer Pete's question, I'll answer it in 2 ways because it's what's your favorite rapper to work with and what's your favorite rapper to smoke, right? So for me personally, I love to work with San Andreas. Obviously, this is a San Andreas project for us. I'm a huge San Andreas fan. I love San Andreas. What I love to smoke besides San Andreas and working with San Andreas is Pennsylvania broadleaf. I think it's very underrated. It's extremely underrated. And it needs a little bit more light. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'll agree with Ray on the working with the San Andreas because it's very, very versatile. You know, the flavor profile is very good for the masses. You know, we have 2 cigars, the Azori and the Viola. They're both San Andreas wrappers, and they're 2 very different cigars, and has the same binder in it and the same fillers, just different ratios, and it creates a totally different smoke. And you know, the flavor on the wrapper really changes. It just from using an Oscuro to a Maduro or a Oscuro, whatever you want to call it. You know, so some people call it Petito, all different stuff. So.
Very nice. With as many cigars that you guys are putting out, how many factories are we having to deal with for this kind of output? Or are we all in one factory?
So we deal with 2 factories right now, but we have worked with other factories in the past, and we have, you know, maybe a project going on with an old factory. Can't say, don't want to release anything. So yes.
Right.
So yes, we manufacture most of our lines of 8 out of our 9 SKUs currently are manufactured in one factory in Nicaragua.
Here's the fun little add on to that. We've been blessed enough in the industry to make such great connections, and I talk about this all the time. For us, you know, we've been able to work. Listen, we've gotten advice from titans in the industry. Joe will tell you, like big time people, and they kind of sit there and they tell you, like, you know, even with the manufacturers that we've dealt with in the past, we want you guys to get the recognition, build your brands. You know what I mean? We're here to help you guys. We want to help you guys build. We don't want any of the recognition. We don't want any of the credit. We don't want any of that stuff. We want you guys to build your brand. We want to help you guys grow. And that's where there's still a lot of people like that in the industry. I mean, you know, obviously there's opposite sides of the spectrum on that as well. But at the end of the day, for us, we've been, I say it all the time, we've been blessed. I'm humbled. We've had so many doors closed and so many doors open and trials and tribulations up and downs, you know, between shipping and product and you know, partnerships and all that other stuff. But I mean, God, we've been so, Joe will tell you, we've been so lucky to be able to have the ability to work with such great people in the industry who believe in what we do and what we bring to the table and trying to be a little bit different than everybody else. And they kind of see, you know, like I said, what we bring to the table and being able to work with us and trusting us and you know, all the different renditions of you know, samples that we go through and stuff like that. It's a very humble experience, man. We're in a very good place where we're at right now.
And you're doing it right. I mean, it shows the following you have, the people reaching out to help, the connection you make. I mean, you haven't burned any bridges. I mean, you're doing everything right. So yeah, you definitely got a good blueprint going, for sure.
I wouldn't say we haven't burnt any bridges. I would just
none
say
that matter. None that matter. Let's say none that matter.
The bridges we burnt have fucking crumbled. That's
right.
You know, I'll just say that.
And you never look back to see the aftermath.
Never look
you
back.
keep going.
That's right.
Well, that's like that comedian said. You know, I know
But the
burn
fun
bridges
part
because
about that, Jason, but no, but listen, the fun part about that is, yeah, we've burned bridges have been burned, but we've just found a new way to build a different style bridge.
Right. You jump that
That's the learning
motherfucker now. You don't need a
experience.
bridge. Jump to the end.
well,
That's it, man. You
and
set
like
the ramp up, you do jackass style, right over the
Right.
fucking, right over the canal.
that's like the comedian said. You know, I meant to
Something like
burn
that.
that bridge down. I coated it in gasoline, lit the motherfucker on fire, and I can swim.
There you go.
So
That's it. That's right. That's right.
You still get to the end. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Don't matter how you got there, as long as you cross the finish line. So the next
Right,
thing I want to talk
absolutely.
about, and I didn't know this until you guys hit me up. Let's talk about the
Good night.
other brand you're a part of. That a lot of people don't know that, because I didn't know until last week that you're actually on this brand as well. And I've smoked these from the days of a name we don't mention, from back in the day of being at places like that, and never knew. I don't know. So how long ago did this happen? Speak the brand to the people in chat that may not know that you guys are involved in as well, and kind of give us a little backstory of this situation.
Head handlebars, you got it. No, you got it.
So the brand is the Shafio collection. It was founded by Justin and Crystal Shafio, mom and pop out of Florida. They have a very simple mission: is to end human trafficking. So the cigars that they make all help fund anti-trafficking. You know, they have a great mission. First of all, their cigars are unbelievable, right?
Yes.
Me and Ray and Murph, one of our old partners, we were at an event, and we were introduced to Justin and Crystal, and we were fans of their cigars. They were fans of our cigars. And we were introduced by a guy who was just on the cover of the PCA magazine. Might have heard of him, Eric Drazen. You know, he introduced us. He's like, you know, oh, am I no. So he introduced us. He's like, you know, you guys should talk, whatever. So we talked. Ray really hit it off with Justin. You know, I hit it off as well, but Ray, you know, Ray can really connect to people on a personal level. And Ray was in contact with them for a while after the event, and we were like, we're gonna do a collaboration. So we put our collaboration hats together, and we came up with an unbelievable blend. And Goldie Grace was born. So that we started a new company. It was Goldie Grace. We did cigars against human trafficking, right? We had a website for it, Cigars Against Human Trafficking. It was supposed to be a Lancero project. It evolved to be a Corona Gorda project. We raised a ton of money. It was supposed to be a limited release. We loved it so much, we kept on bringing it back. Consumers loved the cigar. So it was just a great fit. It fit our portfolio. It fit their portfolio, and it was just working really well. Fast forward a couple of years, you know, they have a young family. They don't have time for the cigar business. So we wanted to help them, right? We had a conversation of how can we help you guys distribute the cigars, get into shops, because they're local, you know, in just Florida, you know, nothing crazy, not many shops outside, maybe a couple shops in Texas. And then OGT as well. Then we were like, you know, we'll help you distribute. And that conversation turned into they're joining the family. You know, we're gonna take over their brand. They're gonna come on as being partners of ours, and you know, we're gonna help that brand get to the next level. And with our distribution, our buying power, you know, the way we manufacture cigars, and it was just a match made in heaven, right, Ray? I mean, for us, it
Yeah, it was
really
a
rounded.
no-brainer.
Yeah, it really rounded out our portfolio too. You know,
hey, and one of the reps, please put the name of that cigar. Spell it out for us in the chat. That way Jason can pin it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely check them out too, guys. Like I said, I've smoked those years ago. Didn't even realize until we were in contact last week. I was like, how did I miss this? How did I not even know this was under the umbrella of the Clowns? And the story behind it, everything. I mean, it's something everybody would want to get behind anyway, but the cigars stand on their own too. All four of the cigars. I know what's the one I told you I hadn't had, and I just smoked with the fist on it.
The Freedom Fighter.
Yeah, Freedom Fighter blew me away this week, man. I was like, holy shit. Okie, it's a box press. I'm just going to warn you. But I love box press.
Okie and the box presses.
Hey, I had one the other night, and everything that a box press does that frustrates me, this cigar did it. Yeah, and it's just like, but anymore, there's a lot of people that do a good box press. Like this one here is a box press. It's burning well. I mean, hang on. So we're just going to go with construction and stuff like that here. So, I mean, burn wise, a little bit of a box press, a little waver there, but it's been doing this the entire cigar, and it has never gotten worse than that. I mean, it hasn't canoed on me. It hasn't taken off on a runner or any of the rest of that stuff. Around the corners, it's burning very, very well. Draw wise, I've got a very, very thin straight cut on it, and it's not having that build up around the corners like a lot of them do. Draw is great on it. I've ashed it one time just because I thought I was going to wear it for a second, but I mean, it's hanging on. I mean, it's doing a great job. The ash just stacks. So yeah, very well constructed cigar.
And there's the name in the bottom of the pictures, guys, of that brand that's now under their umbrella. And I'm going to go back to one comment earlier. I don't know if you guys seen it, but when consumers speak to a company, you want to see input. And Brutus would love to see you do something with a Connecticut broadleaf.
I like that idea.
Maybe.
I like that.
Maybe we're already working on a blend that has a broadleaf.
Oh, never know. But I guarantee you, if they are, they would probably give us an exclusive and come back and let us try these things live and let's talk about it.
I like that.
I know the boss, man. I just picked up the red phone. You know what I mean?
Because this is the new forever friendship now. When we hook onto a boutique company, we go all the way with them. We're there for anything they need. That's what we do. That's what we've always done, to the level of being members. But now
Likewise,
with the media side, we can actually get more reach and actually showcase these guys. And before we go any further, I forgot to do something. I'm a bad boss, but every time we do a live, guys, we fix a drink and we take a shot, because since 2018, believe it or not, sad as it is, we've already lost. I think we're up to 5 members lost that are watching this live from up in heaven, and we always give a big barrel burners up to our lost brothers because they're still with us, even though they're not with us. So barrel burners up, guys.
Cilantro.
Shame on me. I was so excited. To get these guys in here.
Man.
I forgot to do our one thing we always do.
It's a perfect segue, right? So yeah, this is with part of the first show, which we're absolutely fucking over the moon about to be a part of. The same things that you said in retrospect to us, and as far as boutique brands, the same goes both ways for us. If there's anything that we could do to promote you guys, or there's anything that you need from us, anything, that's without being said. But I mean, shit, let's talk about it, man. This is your first one. You talk about journeys. I mean, shit, from 18 till now, and growing the community like you've had from early on the onset up until now. And I mean, I was a part of it in the early days. I mean, I wish I had time to contribute to it more, and I would like to try to start to do that a little bit more now that my time's gonna get a little bit easier. But yeah, man, dude, media, newsletter, like it's amazing. I'm super proud of you guys. I can't wait to see where you guys go with this. I think it's going to be huge for you because you've built such a great base to kind of build off of. Dude, I mean, I'm thrilled for you guys, man. It's awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I was sitting at PCA, and because I'd been thinking, like, okay, 8 years, we have a lot of following, we know pretty much everybody who's everybody in the business. I was like, what's going to carry us to the next level? And I'm at PCA looking around, and there's Joe Blow, who I've never even seen before, with media badges on. And I pull up Instagrams, and half of these media guys would have like 1,000 followers or 1,500 followers, or some of the bigger names. I was shocked to go there and see they had like 3,000 Instagram followers. And I'm like, okay, if these guys are big time in the media, we know everybody, we have the reach we have. Why the fuck not? It's time. Let's do that. I mean, we're already helping these brands, but not officially. It's like, okay, now we're media. Mm-hmm. We tell these guys, hey, we're here to help you. Put us on your press release. Let me know when you got something new coming out. Let us blast it to the fucking world. and share it for you and use our reach to help you guys get bigger. And that's
Likewise.
where we're at now.
Yep.
By heart, we're a club. We will always be a club. We will always have membership rules. You're going to have to earn your patch, but we can take that to the next level and not only educate our members, but help what's true to our heart, the boutiques, get to where they need to be. And it's just, that's what it is, man. It's everybody together.
Yeah, but I put all my stuff on hold for a little while as well.
Sure, but like what you guys are doing for the industry, that drives us to do what we want, what we do on our end. Having media back up and having guys like you who support the boutique and going past boutique and micro boutique and becoming a full scale brand and ground up and ground floor and all that shit. It helps, man. Like, listen, let's go back to the early days of COVID, right? And before COVID, when you could go on Instagram Live, Oakley will tell you, you can go on Instagram Live, and on the top of your feed, you couldn't scroll far enough and not see a live. Everybody in the cigar community was doing lives. Everybody on Zooms, in friggin' Discord, on you, wherever you could find it. And then obviously they regulated it and it went to shit, and everybody had to kind of abandon ship and do it, different things. But I mean, the media aspect of the cigar community, it's been monumental. It's even more so from COVID until now, like doing these lives, doing these Zooms, people doing podcasts, like all these things. This is huge. Be people that you know for 5 or 6 years that you've never met in person, but you talk to them consistently. Me and Joe are on Herbs, 3-4 nights a week.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
And it's still fucking.
That's it.
Yeah. And it still bugs the shit out of me, the fucking hate we had when I started Barrel Burners because we were doing video herps. And only the OGs like Ray and Oki and the people that were in there the first year to 2 years, people would come in our chats and like, I'm not doing this shit for a patch. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. COVID hit. Every motherfucker and their mama was doing them. And it's like, dude, we were ahead of our times. And we got joked about. People literally left our Discord server and it's like, I'm not video chatting nobody. This is fucking video game bullshit. And they would leave.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is when we started them, we only had 4 people hosting them to start out with. Is we had Howie on Mondays. Yeah. I was Tuesdays. Red Mex was Wednesdays. And Sin City Cigario was Thursdays. And that's how we started out. And then we kind of had a Friday, Saturday night kind of free for all. We get together on Sundays and stuff like that and just open it up and let people go through there. Well, we had a cap at 10. So I'm not kidding you. We had a waiting list of whenever somebody would drop off, we would pull somebody in. And then all of a sudden we ended up doubling up. And all of a sudden we had an early shift and a late shift 4 nights a week. And then we installed a Friday night and we were going hard. I mean, it was the whole time. And again, everybody was like, I'm just going to go to my lounge and smoke with my friends. And it's just like, dude, I'm in Montana. There is no lounge up there. The Clean Air Act killed it. Right. And there's a lot of people that live rural that we're jumping on. Some of the other friends that I've got, where there's one guy that can see Canada if he looks one direction and North Dakota if he looks the other. He's up where nobody lives. So I mean, that's one of those things. Is that's just what we did. Yeah. And it was something that pissed a lot of people off, and they just didn't get it. And other parts about pissing people off, we got exclusive stuff from various clubs and whatnot. And we pissed off the masses, and they hated us. Yep. And it's one of those deals is I'm not going to say the hate fueled, but it's one of those deals is we were just a bunch of tool bags.
That was our name. We were tool bags. We were posting our patch everywhere with cigars, and they called us tool bags for it.
Yep. And
I like hanging out with tool bags. Fuck off.
Yep. Yep.
And we stayed true to our rules. We stayed true to the requirements, and we were still taking new members. We did not shift. We did not change the way we did things. The requirements ruled out the people quick that I call them patch collectors. They just want a patch from every club to say they can take a picture with it and say they're a part. You're not a part if you're not in there making friendships. And that's why I started Barrel Burners. I'm in Louisiana. It is not smoker friendly down here at all. It's like 3 hours to a lounge. For me, I had nobody to smoke with. So what was stupid to them meant the world to me to have a video chat to talk cigars. I mean, that was my outlet. That's what I had. So yeah.
And then Barry talking here in the comments, used to wake up every morning and it would take 20 minutes to go through just the lounge
Yes.
because that thing was rolling. I am not shitting you. It looked like the closing credits for all of the Star Wars movies, back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and it was rolling the entire time. But it was the whole thing about it is it was just people sharing the culture.
Yes.
And that's what it was. Is it was people sharing the love of cigar culture. And we all bought cigars and we all shared cigars. And it's like, hey, this is the new. You got to get on it. And you know what? We get on the new, we'd stick with the old, and then all of a sudden, you know, there are all these different brands that, you know, we kind of help blow up with, you know, and we can name all of them if you really wanted to. But, you know, we're focused on you guys. But it's, you know, that's just what we did. And
we
again,
spend
with
each other's money. That's what we do.
Oh, dude, I was a professional. That coupons room, I was absolutely lethal in that room for people's budgets. I was looking for the steals, not the deals.
But think about it, Okie, right? You say that there's a lot of brands during that time. There was that surge during COVID.
Yeah.
There was a surge of boutiques, micro boutiques, and all that stuff.
Yep.
We're still here. There's not many. There's not many left from the COVID surge. We're one of the few that's still standing.
And I will tell you, Ray, once a barrel burner, always a barrel burner, brother. The Discord's always there when you're ready to come in. I even have a new role set up for people with cigar companies. You get your own role. You can talk about your stuff. They know you're a cigar company. They see your color in there. But no, it is always open when you want to come back. It's always there. I'd love for you guys to come in there and constantly teach your brand. We've had the last 6 to 8 months, we've had a huge influx of new members, and a lot of these new members are new to the boutique world thanks to us. They're used to smoking the bigger name. So we're trying to get them in that mindset. Booth has been giving us swag and cigars to do contests with and get these new guys knowing who Booth and Room 101 is. And that's what our love is, and that's what changed our life, smoking cigars, is going to boutique. So we're trying to educate all these young guys. So, yeah, man, you get your ass back in there and talk your brand sometimes with some of these young bloods, man, and pass it on.
Absolutely.
We'll get you back in there.
I'll do you one better. Not to cut you off. I'll do you one better. We'll talk offline. Give me a date. Let's set up. We'll host a Zoom for the barrel burners and the barrel burners only. You guys come in, and whoever wants to come in and hang out, wants to get the cigars in advance, or where we can send them to locations if they want to buy the cigars, and we'll do a herf with the barrel burners.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. And the good thing about Discord now, it's not limited to 10 people. We can have up to 100 in our Discord in a voice channel now. And we have voice channel set up. We have herfs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday now. We have a herf host every night. So
I don't have to do it anymore.
See, that's what happens when you become senior leadership. You know what I'm saying? That's the benefits of being senior leadership. You know, it's funny, just to go back real quick, what you were talking about with the wait list, which is not bullshit. It's a true story. Yeah. I knew I was good because I got on the VIP list with Okie and Cigario in Vegas. So I was good. So I knew I shot the text like, yo, I'm going to be around Tuesday. I'm good. It's like, yeah, come in. I'll send you the link.
Yep. Now the dates of waiting list is over. We have open channel, and the herf hosts go live every night at the same time. You see them in the channel. All you got to do now is click on the channel and chats, and you're in the chat. You're in the video.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna talk.
Amazing. But yeah, we'll get you back in there. And yeah, John does a West Coast Wednesday herf every Wednesday night live from the West Coast.
Hey,
Dave one of them.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for John because the Wednesday night was open, and I was pondering having to host again. And all of a sudden, John's like, "Nope, I got Wednesdays," and I'm like, "Thank God."
Yeah, Okie was struggling, man. He's like, God, that's my night. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to wait and see if somebody else does it.
Yep.
And I was eyeing Wednesday, too, because I was like, damn, I don't want a weeknight open, but I can't really commit with the kids and sports. And it's like,
right.
Yep.
So, guys, let's get back to your brand. Are you guys handling your own distribution, or you have somebody for all that now?
We still do our own distribution, man.
Dude, that's awesome. That's the full-time job. How are you guys managing real work and cigars on the side? How pissed off is the wife all the time? There's no wife time no more.
No wife time. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, we sleep at our partner Danny's house a lot to help him out and get shit done. Because that's our home base is in New Jersey, where our warehouse is, and Danny's close, and you know, he does all the shipping, and so, you know, like with this project, me and Ray been going out to the warehouse, getting it done, man. You know, just doing as much as we can. We're going there next week, 2 days. You know, helping out, just getting everything ready. You know, we ship out every day except for Monday. So we ship out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know, when orders come in, we try to get them out within 24 hours, except for Mondays. We're closed.
Dude, that's
we
fucking
don't
awesome.
ship
So
on
it's
Monday,
pretty
yeah.
much you and Ray handling the bulk of the business side of it now.
I mean, our partner Danny, he does all the fun stuff, right? He gets to do all the taxes. He gets to do all the billing and invoicing, and he gets to make sure we're compliant in all the states we have licenses with. You know, he gets all the fun, so it sucks that we can't do that, but somebody has to have all the fun, and that's
It's
Danny.
truly a family, man. The family's
Yeah.
doing it. You got your regular life. You're still pounding this out. You guys are growing. You're successful. Definitely can't wait to see what's coming. So I know you're like everybody else in the industry. We're all like cigar whores. We smoke a little bit of everything. So what do you guys still gravitate towards that you're getting your inspirations from, and what brands do you still like to pound down when you're not smoking Cigar Clowns?
I walk into shops all the time. I grab whatever's new. I grab boutiques. I grab everything that's new. I want to smoke everything. I used to be a box buyer. I'm not a box buyer anymore. You know, like I'm running out of some of my old favorites, like the man, what the Oktoberfests, like
Norteño?
like a 2000. The Norteños. They don't even make that cigar anymore. I think I have like one box left. The little mini ones, you know, like all my old favorites are gone. But so it's I try to, you know, and then when like there's a hot cigar and I smoke it, I try to see why people like it. Is it the blend? Is it the marketing? Is it just because it was put out by XYZ? You know, how, and then you follow how long is it hot? You know, some cigars stay hot. Some cigars just have that initial pop and that's it. You know, and they change too, right? You know, so I like to see who's really consistent. And you know, that's pretty much it, man.
Well, you have to from your standpoint, because you want to see what's working, what's different. If you're only smoking your own brand as a cigar blender and owner, you're not going to evolve. You're going to be stuck doing what you like only and not what's actually going crazy with the consumers.
So like about 2 years ago, we decided we wanted to do a project to get back to guys like us, like blue collar guys, right? We wanted to come in with a low cost premium cigar. And the reason why is because all these boutique companies, right? The cigars is like $12, $15, up to like $20, right? And we were falling into that same window. But we're like, most of the guys we smoke with and we know, they're not $12 cigars every day. You know, they you know, $8. They want to be under 10. So the project started, how can we make a cigar under $10? And originally we wanted to do a 6x60, right? For the New York market. How do we make a $10 cigar, a 6x60 for the New York market? Well, that changed, but we came out with two cigars so far at an $8 price point, and there's more on the way, man. And it's just for hardworking guys, man. It's just for the guys that put in the work, that want a premium cigar and can't afford a $25, $30, $40, $50 cigar every day.
No.
Once in a while, sure, you can splurge, wedding, funeral, something like that. You know, another great, you know, birthday, you know, anniversary, you know, birthday of a kid or whatever it is. But guys like us, man, we smoke cigars.
Yes,
And
a lot of them.
A lot of them.
So
and
you
we
need
should
good
be
price points.
That's right. We should be smoking good cigars at a great price point. And that, you know, and not bundled cigars, you know, like you know, good cigars, man. Something premium, something that has the look and feel of a premium cigar. And that's, you know, took us about 2 years to get it off the ground, but you know, we did it, and I think we hit it at the right time.
Oh yeah,
you know?
you hit a home run with this one. It's so funny because you see how the industry and prices are changed. Years ago, we would do live streams naming people 5 budget cigars each, and our budget prices were $5 and $6. Well, now we're
That's
$8
right.
to $10 as a budget cigar.
That's
And
right.
you guys hitting at an $8 price point for cigars that are smoking like this. I mean, I was telling people in my live this week, or it was either Coffee and Cigar Sunday. I was like, dude, for the price point, you're getting these 5 cigars in this box. Why the hell wouldn't you try it and you buy a box? I mean, you're talking $40, $50 for a box of 5 cigars that are smoking. And I said in my review this week, if you guys read it, I said, I'll put these cigars unbanded next to a $15, $16 cigar any day, and you wouldn't be able to pick out which one's which one.
My man.
That's
Thank
exactly
you,
what I said. And Ray,
Well,
I'll let you get, well, go ahead, Oki, and then we'll go to Ray and I'll let him answer the question.
Well, and I mean, and that's been, personally my thing the entire time is, you know what, do I have $60, $70 cigars in my humidor? Yeah. Do I have $5 cigars in my humidor? Yep.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as, do I have a $20 bottle of bourbon on the shelf? Yeah. Do I have a $250, $300 bottle of bourbon? Yeah. I have several. But it's one of those deals is, again, that's what I think the blue collar and the working class are looking for, is they're looking for that bottle. They're looking for that cigar out there that gives them the best experience for the money that they're putting in. And I don't poo-poo the guys that can go out and they smoke Opus every single day. That is what it is. They're going to do their thing. And I don't, the guy that's out there, smoking, Villigers or Victor Sinclairs, or they're smoking the bundle sticks, the factory smokes, and all the rest of that stuff. You know what? Maybe that's what the guy likes. Maybe that's his price point and all that other stuff. But it's being able to go through and being able to provide that knowledge to somebody else. It's like, hey, you know what? This one might be a couple of bucks more, but give it a shot. And it's like, but it's like, hey, I tell you what, I got you. When you hand over that $8, you hand over that 10, that 12 or whatever, you pour somebody something out of a bottle that you've got that, they may not be able to grab on their own, but, just to give somebody the experience. And, and I think that's the great part about you guys finding a price point in your core line, being able to, and I don't want to use the word budget, because budget is not really a word that a lot of people like to hear when they're thinking about it, because they think cheap. But it's one of those deals is it's just an incredible value point. And being able to have that in your core line, I think it's just going to keep catapulting you guys out there. Because so far, I'm pretty damn impressed. This is my first dance with this one. The fact that I'm going to be able to go out and find this again and again and again is going to be something that I gravitate towards, because I smoke, 15 or 20 of the same cigars over and over and over again as my dailies. And every once in a while, if I smoke 2, then I'll smoke something else, but then back it up with one of those dailies or something like that. And you know what? Not because you guys are on here, but because this is a badass cigar, I'm going to go ahead and continue to purchase these little jewels and keep them around. And I might share them with my kid. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I can promise you these 2 will stay in the humidor, especially for the price point, man. I can't say it enough. Honestly, $15, $16 cigar, you would think this is one of them. It's whoever blended it for you, whoever picked the 2 options. It's fire, man. That's the best way to say it. And Ray, we'll move to you. Like, what other brands are you kind of smoking for inspiration when you guys are thinking of what's next? Yeah,
it's kind of following off what Joe said, man. It's kind of, I go in and see what's new, what's on the shelf, what they're, putting that new, whether it's boutique or, legacy or whatever. I was on the My Father Blues for a while, man. That's a fantastic
that cigar
smoke,
last year was one of the best cigars put
my
out.
God.
Hands down.
And the year before that, I was on the El Pupos, man. I couldn't stop smoking those cigars, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable blend. You want an unbelievable blend and inspiration to kind of get behind? What a fucking blend AJ put out for them. Holy shit.
The AJ Decenio last year.
Yeah. I couldn't stop smoking those, man. The new world when he came out with it, AJ. I gravitate towards AJ. Again, some of the boutique brands that are out there. Yeah, it's just kind of, we're still consumers, right? I'm still a huge True Estate fan. Anything that's new they bring to market, I obviously get on. That's kind of where I started my humble beginnings in the the premium route in my smoking career. So yeah,
I still chase True Estate. I just got my hands on that Hong Kong edition or whatever it is, that new one they put out. So I can't wait to smoke it. I'm just waiting for the right time to smoke it because I spent too much money on it. But It is what it is.
Mhm.
Shit, I can't wait for next year for Jonathan's new brand to come out, man. He was teasing at PCA, but I'm like, to know it ain't coming out till next year, it's like, come on already, man.
Mhm. Yep.
All
Okay,
right,
so
so
here,
Barry asked y'all a question, and in case you don't know, Barry is he's new in the boutique world. He is part owner of Black Rock Cigar Company, who we've been helping push a little bit. Who they already have 2 cigars in their portfolio that are damn good, especially their Connecticut. But he says, "What's your biggest headache of being a brand owner?"
I'll take that. I'm gonna say it's being current with the licensing and all the different states and the reporting. I mean that's a pain in the ass. Every month you have to send out all your the cigars you sold to all the different states, and
Damn.
that's a lot of work. And then when you put your we're so passionate about our product, about our
Mhm.
cigars, and you go speak to a lounge owner or a buyer, and they're just like, yeah, there's 100 other brands. I don't know. I'm not gonna, like, why should I take you? And and I don't like your packaging. I don't like this or that. And I'm like, well, all right, that hurts you. Like that hits you in the heart, because you put so much work and love behind it. So that's what I would say is the biggest obstacle is getting, we have people who believe in us. We have shops that believe in us. We have a lot of fans and things like that. But when you're trying to make a sale, and you have to convince the person on the other end like the benefit of why they should have the Pagliacci, and it's just like, well, you have a lot of dead inventory here. I have something I have something new and it's gonna turn over and over again for you.
Mhm.
Just give me a little space, and
Yeah.
that's it. And we're gonna be
Yeah.
here to support you, not like the bigger brands. I'm in the shop all the time. My guys are in the shop all the time.
Mhm.
We touch the shop 2 times a month at least.
Mhm.
There's not many brands that do that. That's part of our thing. We want to be in the shop saying hello, shaking hands, kissing babies. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We want to grow. We want to grow with the shop. I'm on Discords, a whole bunch of them every night. I'm smoking. Ray's
Mhm.
on different ones. We're in different groups, and that's what we do. We talk to people, and
Yep.
on my Discord, I'm not Cigar Clowns Joe. I got another name. I'm not just pushing the cigars. I'm making real friends. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Oh, by the
Yes.
way, I do own a brand, and by the way, these guys do support me, and these girls do support me. But
Mhm.
I'm not going, hey, buy the Pagliacci, buy the Pagliacci. No, I want to be relevant. I want to talk to people. I want to see what they're smoking. I want to see what they're thinking. That's the best part about it. That's
Well,
right,
to
Rob.
me, that's what makes a brand stand out. I
Mhm.
mean, I was telling Booth at PCA that the whole internet and Instagram boom of making you guys with companies accessible, where you're talking in DMs to us and we can reach out and talk to you and get a response. That's the companies you're going to gravitate towards, the ones that interact with their consumers. Because I mean, I can name some big brands. You DM them and they never even get read. Man, they're not checking their stuff. But
Mhm.
the love
Oh.
the smaller companies put in and the feedback they listen to and what they do for their consumers, that's what makes those the successful brands for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And just like a shop owner, you kind of hit it on the head. I mean, if you think about it as a shop owner, that's cash that's sitting on your shelf.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
And, as a shop owner, maybe you have the buying power of some, other groups that you're able to go ahead and take those risks, especially with like Smoke Inn and stuff like that. You got Abe out there that is able to take that kind of a risk.
Or
And
worse.
granted, he is calculated. So
Mhm.
he is about business, and for him to take that shot speaks volumes. But all these other smaller shops, I mean, you're talking about they're buying X amount of inventory from you, and if it's not a great cigar that's going to turn and burn, where do you find it in 2 months? Well, you find it in that clearance bin just inside the humidor, the doorway there in the
Mhm.
humidor, and it's in a damn peach basket or
Mhm.
just some plastic tub because they got to try to get their cash back out of it. And to me, it's asinine, to have somebody that goes into the shop to make sure that they're turning, to make sure that keeping your finger on the pulse is huge.
I, I just want to answer Peter's
No.
comment. No, it's Cigar Clowns is not our primary full-time job. Uh, raise a mechanic for a gas company here in New York City, and I build and carve cemetery monuments. Yeah, I build mausoleums and things like that. That's my primary job. That's my day to day.
Oh, very nice. My wife's in that business. Her family owns. They're a fourth generation. They own a cemetery, so she deals with that all the time.
Nice, nice.
So I'm going to
I'm a
touch on one question real quick from Pete. This doesn't have to do with you, but it's a question I get asked all the time. When are we going to do a cigar? And here's my answer to that. We get approached all the time to have a cigar, and the way I look at a cigar is there have been other clubs that have done like one-off gimmick cigars. I don't want a one-off gimmick cigar, so cigars will be sooner than later. That's probably the next phase, but I don't want it to be a gimmick. I don't want just to throw a cigar out there. When I do it, it will be a brand, and that brand may have a barrel burner cigar in the portfolio, but I'm not going to let somebody else take the run and take the money and make money off of our logo and our name. So it'll be done, and it'll be done right, where we're an actual. I have a brand and it has a barrel burner cigar in it. But there have been talks. There's always opportunities and people reaching out. But of course, the deal is never right for me of what I would want to see out of the brand and what I would want it to be. And do not want just throw a cigar out there that's a one-off and then it's done. So yeah, eventually there will be something, but it's not with the deals that I'm approached with.
Listen, take your time.
Oh, I'm in
Blend the
no
cigar.
hurry.
Blend the cigar you want to blend, and then everything else will fall into place.
Oh, 100%. That's more or less my retirement plan in the next 10 years when I retire and I need something to keep me busy and to do on the side. That's more of the time frame I'm looking to, because like I said, people have done it. Clubs have done it. They've done a one-off or they do a little special here and there, and that's not what I want to do.
I get it, man. I get it.
You guys did it. You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
I say it's a lot of fun, but
and there's so many good cigars out there. You got to stand on your own. You have to have an image. You have to have the blend. You got to have the factory. I mean, anybody now can go out there and make a cigar. I mean, will it be successful? Maybe, maybe not. But the world we live in now, any Joe Blow with 20 grand to throw down can get a cigar made.
Right.
It's not that hard anymore as it was before COVID, but yeah, you can always get it done.
It's very easy to get a cigar made.
Barry, you are exactly right, brother. That is my point, and the nicest way I could say it. They want to cash in on what we have, and I'm not ready for that.
Fair enough.
Joe, how difficult would it be to make a flag holder out of granite?
Easy, man. We just core it out and get your flag in there and put it in. Let's go. We do things like that.
So we're approaching May. We're approaching mid-year. Can you guys give us any kind of snippet on what's to come this year for Cigar Clowns? We know you're going to do your Christmas release because you've done that the last 6 or 7 years, the festive. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, when I was on Smoky In this week, you could still get a few of those cigars. It looked like they still had some in stock. So
yes, I believe he has the 24 and 25 in stock.
Oh wow, I didn't notice the 24s on there.
He might have just recently sold out. But yes, you could still get some of the. I think they're the last shop in the country to still have Festivus.
And those came in 5-packs, right? 5-pack boxes?
Yes, sir. 5-packs.
Yeah. I know a lot of stuff's top secret. You can't give us much, but I mean, will there be any more new releases this year other than the festive? Are we kind of planning to throw something else out there this year?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I think there might be multiple projects coming out of ours. Might be expanding this line. Might see 2 more cigars
that was
coming
my
out.
question. Is it going to be core line or special editions?
Yeah. So we're working on both, right? We have blends for limited drops. We're bringing back some old blends, that'll get the little releases. Yeah, man, we're working on everything. We're like jugglers. We have a lot of balls in the air right now.
A lot of balls.
Constantly clowning around.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, John.
And I'm sure you guys,
you
do these lives all the time, so you're constantly getting the questions and people trying to dig for more information.
Sure.
Yeah. It's John. Just you can go to any. I don't know where you live, John, but you can go to any monument company, and select a nice piece of granite, and all they have to do is core a hole for you the size of your. I'll see you later. Core a hole for you the size of the flag, and get that installed.
So you guys
Nice and
still on the
easy.
same cigar, or y'all? I've already lit up the second one, so I just lit it up. And you can kind of
I gotta
see
get to
how
round
it's
two.
going already. Good construction.
I'll get into
Don't
round
be
two.
scared. Pour you another drink. Light it up.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you something we're working on, and I'm gonna smoke it.
Let's go with it, brother. Let's give us some dirt, man. Come on. You're our first guest. Give us something good. Oh, Box Press Torpedo. You have me. You have my attention. Oki's shaking his head, but I had a test blend done years ago from Blackbird, and I made him roll me a Box Press Torpedo and a little Corona. He did 2 different blends for us, and I still have a few of those gems tucked away, and I fucking love that Box Press Torpedo.
You guys make it right, and I will love you. But you got to believe I will be brutally honest with you.
I want to send some to you. I think I'm going to send some to you. Offline, hit me up, or hit Ray up, and I'll send some to you. You smoke it, you let me know.
Will do.
Yeah, man.
That's what, Jason's talking about brands and all that other stuff. What I personally love to do is I love grabbing somebody's stuff and smoking the stuff and just kind of giving input. Like I'm not anybody. I just happen to be somebody that has a palate and is overly OCD.
The quintessential person we want information back. We want information back from real consumers, guys that smoke cigars. I don't want to give my cigar to guys that, like, oh, this is a great cigar. It's the best thing ever. No, I want somebody to take apart, destroy my cigar. I gave one of my cigars to a top, not even a Brando, a legacy, the top.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I'm going to smoke this and I'm going to rip you apart. I said, let's go. I'm ready for it. And I sat there with him and he smoked it and he's looking at it. He's like, okay. He's like, okay, I can't really rip you apart. I can't, I could tell you to do this. I could tell you to do that, but I can't really rip you apart. And that was like, I felt great about that.
Well, and there was another burner that they had an up and coming brand and all that other stuff. And it's, hey, send it. He sent several cigars that he had that were test blends. And he's like, dude, I know you don't hold back. And it's like, all right, man, I'm going to be honest. And I went through and I wrote up paragraphs of stuff. What was good, what was not. Here's what I got. This is the problems I had. This was where I had question marks. My brain was puzzled on a lot of this stuff. And, whether he used my feedback or not, whenever he came back later on, that I think he got enough feedback from a lot of other people that they tweaked. And out of these 6 or 7 different samples, he got 2 cigars that he was able to blend 2 that became their core line. And, and that's the kind of thing that I love to do is, I like helping the people that want to do this. Like, I'm not flush with cash or any of the rest of that stuff. And nor do I want to jump off. Like, I don't need a second full-time job. I mean, that's not what I want to do. But, I would rather, you guys got something and you want an honest opinion. I ain't saying send me free shit. I am not that guy. I don't want to give you an opinion on anything that I don't buy. And that's what I do for everybody else. If I won't buy it and smoke it and tell you it's good or not, then I'm not going to bullshit with you. And, and that's where I'm at is, you guys have been great so far. and anything that myself or Jason can do to help that out and help catapult it through the group and all the rest of that stuff, you guys got to let us know what we can do.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. And we come to the conclusion not every cigar is for every person, right? We're cigar consumers. So there are plenty of things we put out I might have not liked, Ray might have not liked, but when we voted on it, it got the go ahead to we're going to put it to market. Why? Because we're on this journey to find the perfect stick. That's what we started. That's why we have all these blends. Like we were on this journey to find the perfect stick, which is the greatest thing in the world, right? Because we get to play with different tobaccos. We put out a cigar, a limited run that had Transylvania tobacco in it. It had Russian tobacco in there. Damn. It's unbelievable. It was fun. It was a fun project, man. Like who's doing things like that? We are. We can do it. Why not? We're clowns. The blend came out really good. We were able to source so much of it. The blend it sold out so quick that we had a shop reach out to us, and it's still available. Like we made another run of it for a shop, and it's still available. Like, so if anyone wants to try that, I don't mean to I don't want to throw names out on your show, but if you want to try it, just DM us and we'll tell you where to get it.
Good deal. Guys, you got any questions in the comments, drop them. We'll go through some questions real quick for the guys, and then we'll open the floor for a free-for-all. We'll talk about anything and everything the guys want to talk about other than the fucking New York Knicks.
Hey, and Ray, we're going to go back to about 2020, and that's where we're going to take this. Is we're going to go back to Tuesday night herfs in 2020 and just let her go.
Sounds good to me.
I feel like I missed so much, man. I don't understand. I know Nick was a part of it. You were a part of it. I don't know what happened with
Dancing Bear was fantastic, John says. And then we got a Sneaky Pete asking a question because he's trying to win free stuff. How many cigars are typically made in your limited runs?
The best part about that answer, but the best part about that answer is you can make whatever size limited run you want to put out to your clientele.
It's true. It's true.
You got a shop that you want to do an exclusive with, boom, whatever the amount is. You want to do an exclusive and do direct to consumer, you do 10,000. It all depends on what you're trying to put out there and what you're going to get in return on it.
Well, I think now the term limited when it comes to cigars, it's not more of the quantity, it's the fact that it's a once a year release. This is limited. When it sells out, it sells out. That's our number.
Yep.
Well, that's what I find when I see limited.
Or it could be
I don't need
once
to know it's 1,500 boxes or 2,000 boxes. I just need to know it's only going to come out right now. And when they're gone, they're gone. That's it.
We have a cigar, the Rodeo Clown, that takes 9 months to marry. So after it's rolled, it's sitting for 9 months. So it's kind of a limited release. It takes us 9 months to roll. We do have them coming in every 3 months, but there are times we're out of it. It gets low. And that was featured in the PCA magazine, right during PCA. So I think it was on page 34. If you guys want to look it up or something like that, page 22. I don't know, something like that.
Donnie's liking the King of Clowns.
Yeah, Donnie. Unfortunately, the King of Clown is on hiatus right now. So that the King of Clowns might not be coming back. So if you can get your hands on them, grab them.
So is that because of the blend or the tobacco's hard to get for that one, or is it just wasn't that big of a seller for you guys?
No, we had a little production issue with it. Okay. And it's just maybe it's just not right for us right now. So we just it's my favorite blend, believe it or not, that we put out. It's a great any time of the day stick. But just right now, it's just it's just not fit. It's just not fitting in to our core.
Don't fit the portfolio right now. Not saying it may not come out later. Right now, it's whatever's out there, guys. You better get it quick. Is basically what he's saying.
Correct.
So this new test blend you're smoking, we got a ETA for that. Is that going to be a next year? Are you trying to sneak that in this year on us? Because that torpedo's got my eye. I'm telling you.
Um, I will say it might be first quarter
Okay.
next year. It
Sure.
could be fourth quarter this year.
So do we have the blend where we like it now, or are we still tweaking? In your opinion?
In my opinion, it's right.
Okay.
Ray's opinion needs another tweak.
Okay.
But
That's part of the process.
that's part of the process. That's part of the process. So it's becoming my favorite cigar. Believe it
Oh
or
my
not.
goodness! Come on, you're killing me.
I'm telling you, man.
So Ray, I'm gonna put you on the spot now. So is it the binder, the wrapper, or the filler you think needs to be tweaked? And I'm not gonna ask blends. I want to know kind of what Ray's thinking. What he thinks may need to be a little different.
I think it's 90% there. I think there's just a few minor tweaks in the blend detail that need to kind of be worked on a little bit as far as the transitional period in the cigar, or as far as the longevity from beginning to end is concerned. But
now you got my attention because I want constant transition when I smoke. I hate a cigar to stay the same. I hate a cigar to stay the same.
And if it's done right and I light it up and it's a great flavor and it takes me 2 hours to smoke it and it's just great flavor the entire way through and it doesn't necessarily have those twists and spins, I'm good with it.
See, I get bored
don't get me wrong.
so fucking easy, man.
I know you do. Yeah, I know you do.
Even my wife would tell you, I'm surprised I'm still with her. I get bored quick, guys. I'm telling you.
Hey, it's just you can't upgrade no farther.
Right. Yeah, I got to kick my coverage for sure. I know that, but man, shit, I like transition.
I like transitions too. We had cigars that had slap transitions. We had a cigar with how many did the Ron have, Ray? How many transitions?
Oh God,
that thing
at least 6.
Yeah, at least 6. Like every quarter inch, that thing was transitioning. It was
the Ron.
That may be a little much.
Yeah.
The Ron was a ride. I got a fiber of those, and each one of those that I smoked was an absolute ride. Because, like you said, you get that, and once you build that ash, then that's a flavor, and then you keep going, and you let that thing get to about that full 1-inch ash, and now you're talking about a totally different dance. Like the stuff that was in the forefront fades back out, and all of a sudden, there was, like grassiness and woodiness decided to come up because the cigar was so much cooler and letting some of that come through, some of the other sweetness. And then you drop that ash down a little bit, roll it off. And then it was something, all of a sudden, there was another, a different style. It was a great cigar. And it was almost one of those deals. It's just like, shit, have I started another cigar? So like the Ron was one of my favorite limited releases that you guys had. That was just, yeah.
Yeah, that does sound pretty amazing. Normally, I like a third and a 2/3 and a final third transition. I kind of like it to be steady for a while and then switch on me, and I get that enjoyment. And then, but that Ron does sound pretty good.
I measure it by how much ash I've put on it, and it's one of those deals. Is I don't care if I'm halfway through the cigar and I'm still rocking, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch worth of ash. If it's able to continually do that while keeping itself cool and give you a different experience, every 10, 15 minutes. That's crazy. There ain't a whole lot of folks out there that find that.
No, not that much.
You want to know my palate? Part of my palate is the Azori, where part of Joe's palate is the Viola. He gravitates more towards the Viola. I gravitate more towards the Azori. Not that I dislike the Viola. I like smoking them back to back like we're doing now because you're getting to experience both of the San Andreas in the different forms, which is like Joe said, with those minor tweaks on the blend, and it's a totally different smoking experience from one to the other, and that's what's unique about it. And I think, especially going back to what we were talking about with the price point, that's why we've been pushing this whole blue collar objective. We kind of wanted to showcase, Joe comes from a blue collar family, Danny comes from a blue collar family, I come from a blue collar family. We grew up in New York. We Italian backgrounds, it's that this is a cigar you go out in your backyard after having a nice Sunday dinner with the family, and you sit down there with Uncle Joe and your grandfather and your father, and you just light up one of these bad boys, and you have the little Grand Marnier, and you have some fruit on the table, and you have a little, those are those sentimental moments that we had growing up. That's the sentimental moment I had with my grandfather when I first started smoking cigars. That kind of all gravitates back to me. So to showcase something that kind of opening up our insights of what we're about and where we're from and our upcoming it's a humbling experience to share with people, kind of giving an insight to who, we really are and where we come from. Like this cigar, I feel kind of like showcases what the brand really represents.
Yeah. Well, one good thing you guys do to keep your price point down too, you're not doing the fancy wooden boxes. Being able to do these little cardboard 5-packs, that kind of keeps the price down a good bit and keeps these cigars in its price range. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Joe. That right there. And you did it good enough where the presentation still catches your eye in
the shelf present.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Sheffield collection, the Freedom Fighter, we actually have a beautiful wooden box. I can grab it if you guys want. It's a beautiful new style wooden box we created for it. So, and that's only a $12 MSRP cigar.
Oh, wow. And that is a damn good cigar.
Yep.
That's a box press too.
Yes, it is. Yep.
I knew I liked you guys for some reason. All these box presses,
I love a box press.
I do too, man. If I was making me a cigar today, it would be a box press. I ain't gonna lie.
No. It's got a good mouth feel. It gets a little extra air into your mouth as you're taking a puff on it.
If it's done right.
If it's done right,
it has to have what I call effortless draw. I want a smooth, easy draw with a lot of smoke output. A lot of box presses, I agree with Oki. They are tight wound. They're hard to fucking smoke.
Yeah,
they're gonna burn shitty because you can't get the airflow through them. But done right, I will love a box press over any other size.
Yeah, I smoked a $16 shop exclusive box press last night, and I fought it the whole way. And that's a tough part, because now it's one of those deals. I love the brand that put it out, but that cigar missed for me, and I just I don't want to go back to it.
And I appreciate you reaching out, because you saved me money, because that was going to be bought this week for me. And I'm not going to mention names because I love that brand.
And I mean, and mine might have been a one-off. There's another one in there because I got it through, a subscription service, and it's one of those deals as I would be interested to burn the other one, which I'm going to do, and the kid doesn't get to have one of them because you know what, whatever. But I buy plenty of other stuff that he gets to smoke through that he enjoys. I know what his palate is and all that other stuff. So it's one of those is, this particular cigar, I'm going to smoke it again. And maybe I just had one bad one. I don't believe in smoking one cigar.
You'll let me know.
Absolutely. And I don't believe in smoking one cigar.
You got to give a cigar three smokes, man. Three smokes, because the first one you could have a one-off. That's correct. That is bad. It is a hand. I'm not making excuses for anybody, but it is a handmade.
Absolutely.
Product, right. So it could have been rolled a little too tight. It could have a stem that's bunched up in there the wrong way.
You could have had, a binder leaf that just didn't age the exact way that something else did. So now you're talking about a high priming burner that all of a sudden is not burning properly, that you got so much moisture in it and it tars up on you. And it's just
how many times that we've, and Joe can vouch for this, man, how many times we've gotten fucking samples where it's like you get the cigar is fucking mint. It's great. It's burning well. It's perfect. The fucking flavor profile is there. Get to the final third, and all of a sudden half of the cigar starts to turn to black ash because it's over humidified and it didn't sit right, and that part of the beer bale and the leaf got fucked up, and it destroys the whole fucking cigar. Or you destroys it. You cannot smoke it, or you burn it, or it burns unevenly, and it just falls upon you like what the fuck.
Or you get live. I say you've got at least two minimum, and if you're not a cigar snob, these are handmade products.
Yep.
Everyone's going to smoke different. You can get a bad one out of the bunch. It's going to happen.
Absolutely.
I would never knock a brand off of one cigar. If I try it 2 or 3 times, then we got a problem if I got the same experience. But I would never, with one smoke, base my judgment off of that cigar on one smoke.
And mine is I'm a statistician, and 1 is a data point, and 2 is a line, and 3 is a trend.
Yeah,
correct.
And after that, you start getting into something much, much bigger, and you can kind of start figuring out which direction you're going to go. So again, if I go to 2, like if I go bad on the first one and then I go bad on the second one, then there's probably a good chance I'm not going to smoke the third one.
Well,
I'm not going to seek out. And the first one, I'll give you 1. It's kind of like looking fastball. All right, I got 1. And then after that, we're gonna, we better get something to hit. And after that, it's just like, okay, whatever.
Yep. Two is my max. If I had 2 bad experiences with that cigar, I'm moving on to your next one. I'm still going to try the brand, but I'm going to give you 2 honest shakes, and we'll go from there. And Bob wants the Scaramouche back, guys.
Me too.
Me too. That's a cult classic, man. The people who knew got their hands on that one. That's a cult classic.
You always
Okay,
got to
so
bring
let's go back to
classics back, whether it be a different size or something a little different to make them buy it again. You got to bring them back around.
Mm-hmm.
let's go back to that question from earlier about limited releases. This is a great fucking story, right? Scaramouche. We get the samples of the Scaramouche. We fucking love it. It's unbelievable. Go to the factory with the tobacco. We don't have we have a limited supply of this tobacco. We could only make, what was the joke? 627, 628, whatever it was.
So it was a real low.
This is what we can do for you with the pals, guys. So we have a meeting. We're like, listen, this cigar is way too good to pass up. I think we should make it a cigar. When we go do cutting lights, we're handing these out to people. Jason, you come to a cutting light with us. This is a family cigar. You can only get this if you smoke with us in person. There's a limited run. We'll have a shit ton of them. We'll chop it up amongst the brand, all the owners and stuff. Because at that time we were 6 owners at that time, and we'll chop it up, and that's what we'll do. And then we had another meeting the week after, and Joe's like, I really think we should fucking put this out. And I'm like, you know what, Joe? I've been thinking about it too, man. I think this is a cigar, even though it's a limited, I think we'll create a little bit of a buzz. But this cigar is it's too good to pass up to just not put it out, even though it's a limited run. So we said, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna put it out. And we put it out, and I mean, I think we sold out that cigar within less than 24 hours at that point. And feel like you didn't get it. Like that's how we started our brand. I mean, that's, it was like, we put them out to shops, we crashed credit card machines, we shut down shops with their, being able to purchase them and stuff like that. Yeah, man, that's a project where it was a very limited run, but we felt instead of keeping it for ourselves, we wanted to share it with the people and kind of made it a chase. If you get your hands on it, sick, great, awesome. And it was a phenomenal cigar.
And now the rest of us has FOMO. Fuck you guys. Hey, I got a good question coming up because I'm a big fan of horror. And Ray, you kind of touched on old movies when we started this. But Donnie says, you ever think about releasing cigars to pay homage to the clowns of scary movies for Halloween edition?
I think there's another brand that does that, right? So we really don't want to jump on their parade.
I
believe the festivals.
Yeah, I believe that company might have more lawyers than you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. But he's not doing clowns though. He's doing monsters.
We want to stay in our lane.
And he's doing 13 monsters over and over again that aren't clowns. So.
Hey, we got another friend the friends that started a brand, and they were going to name one cigar one thing, and it's like, hey, by the way, this other cigar has a version of that word copyrighted.
Yep.
And if they took you to court, you lose. Well, they had to come up with a completely different name for it, which, it didn't hurt them. It actually was a great talking point.
Well, and that takes me back to Blackbird, if that's who you're speaking to. Blackbird Jonas with the Raven, and then he changed it to Unkind because he said the people were very unkind about the situation. So he changed the name of the Raven to Unkind. I mean, it happened.
Yep. Well, this one happens to be a very cryptic.
Got you. Yep, I remember that now. Yep. No, you say no more.
Yep. So, I mean, real quick, because
Joe, show me that one more time because Okie needs to see what a box press torpedo can do. Look at this, Okie. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm not saying that they can't be made right. I'm just saying a lot of people can't.
Joe, what's the ring gauge on that test blend right there, brother? Is that like a 50, 52?
52.
There 52. You go. 52, 6-inch.
Yes,
6
sir.
52. Oh,
yes, sir.
I can't wait, man. We're going to do exclusive of that one for you guys. We're going to blast that one to the roof.
Yeah, it's a little transition right there.
Even the ash is changing colors because you see the transition in the ash color, man. Come on. Killing me. Guys, I'm going to put you on the spot. Go ahead, Obi.
Oh, quick check-in, guys. It's one of those deals I am very, very big about burn and construction and all the rest of that stuff. You can see here that everything evened out. It evened out past the last half. So the box press normal sends were able to correct themselves. I'm burning down to here. I have no tar buildup. It is still cool enough to get a hold of. Somebody had mentioned a draw tool earlier. I don't need one. The smoke is warm. It's not hot. So it's still able to continue to enjoy past that. Flavors are intense at this point that have been there throughout the whole thing. The intensity has just gotten that much greater. But again, it's one of those deals is until my fingertips are in ash and I'm tattooing myself, I think I'm going to keep going.
Yep, I keep going until the lips are burning and it's too hot to smoke.
I need my mustache trimmed anyway. So,
well, since you guys are blenders and you deal with the blend, I'm going to put you on the spot with a hard question, and I'll let Ray go first. If you only had one wrapper binder combination to work with, what are you doing?
That's easy. San Andreas wrapper all day long, every day of the week. Montefina, Brazilian Montefina binder. Nicaraguan filler binder all day. The stronger the better.
That's interesting. What you got, Joe?
I like I'm a Ecuadorian Sumatra with see the bind is hard, man, because you could there's so many different spins on it.
Yeah,
like
that's why I'm putting you on the spot. I'm making you pick one.
Maybe like a Habano or
Habano 2000.
Yeah, about 2000, or maybe that Ecuadorian Habano.
Me and Joe need to hang out more often. He's like in the torpedo box press, and I'm on a Sumatra kick right now. Anything Sumatra from any brand, I'm buying. I used to like Maduro only. I switched to San Andreas. The palette has changed again. I used to hate Habanos. I'm loving Habanos right now. But Sumatra is my new love right now for the past year and a half. I'm smoking anything Sumatra out there. That's my love right now.
So
the
Sumatra,
the Goldie Grace, and the Rodeo Clown. Let's go.
Yep.
See, and mine is I mean, for the stuff that I like to smoke is I'm always the guy don't sleep on Connecticut. So I love like a Connecticut shade, but that binder underneath it, I want a San Andreas or a broadleaf binder.
Ooh,
I like that.
Like I want that just that bitterness and that bite off of that shade wrapper, but then I want that cocoa and espresso goodness right underneath it, and bring in something that's got a good priming underneath it. If you want to throw a Lajero leaf at me, go right ahead. But I love a good Ecuadorian Habano or Habano Oscuro wrapper, and then throw me a sweeter leaf underneath it. You can throw me a Sumatra leaf underneath it. You can throw me an Indonesian underneath it. You can find something like that, because I want that. Like one of my favorite pizzas in the world is Canadian bacon, jalapeno, and pineapple, because I want that. I want the spice. I want the sweet. I want that salty.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Guys,
I want all of that.
Getting together with you guys, it's been fun, but yeah.
Yeah, New Yorkers up there thinking you're the only people on the planet that have shitty pizza. You guys have the shittiest pizza on the planet.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. All those are great.
A lot of people.
And you can take either one of these two new cigars we're smoking tonight, and if you throw a fucking Connecticut wrapper on either one of those, the way these things are smoking,
I would
change it so much.
Be sure. I mean, I would as well. Fuck
I mean, this is Zuri right
here. It's an exclusive. It's the first show.
All right, hold on.
This is Zuri right here. I'm sitting here smoking it the entire thinking it's like I want to see these guys throw a shade on it.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing that the entire
time. Let's put you on the spot. What's your Mount Rushmore of Connecticut cigars?
Ooh, boy.
Give me four.
Give you four. Black Star Line's War Witch.
I've heard nothing but good things. Go ahead.
The Yellowstone, Connecticut.
Yep. God damn, you're taking all mine.
Black Label Trading Porcelain. And Hoshi Blanco is, I love the Indian Head tobacco that he does. He does Piloto Cubano underneath his all of his wrappers, and being able to do the La Galera Connecticut it's just smooth enough to be able to smoke through the whole thing. It's mild enough, but it still has enough flavor. So for me, they're four very, very different cigars that they all smoke absolutely beautifully. And those are, if I'm going to grab four Connecticut's, those are going to be 4 that stay in my constant rotation
Okay.
for all very different reasons.
Well, that's good. And y'all know I'm not a Connecticut guy. I started coffee and cigars years ago on Sundays so I could branch out and try more Connecticut's. I've since fell in love with Connecticut's, even though I hated them. Oki's like, you got to try them. Oki helped push me.
Don't sleep on Connecticut.
No, I don't sleep on Connecticut's no more. So I'm going to hit you. 2 of the ones Oki named are 2 of my top 4 Connecticut's ever. The Big Sky Yellowstone. The War Witch, by far, I'm in love with. But I'm going to name 2 he didn't. The Viva La Vida Connecticut they put out.
Very good.
Is on fire. I love that one. I keep it around. And a new one to the market, and he's in chat right now. Barry with Black Rock Cigars. Their new Connecticut is one of my new favorites, and I smoke it weekly. That's my 4 Connecticut's right now. But like I said, that Viva La Vida, I'm surprised Oki didn't name that one, but that's one of my favorite. Oh, look at the color on that.
I have not smoked enough of the Viva La Vida Connecticut for it to defeat anything else.
Oh, I'm 4 boxes in at least on that one. I can't stop. Look at that. Another box press Connecticut. Joe, you're killing me, brother. Me and you are the same. We're spirit animals, brother. We're the same, man.
Let's go.
I just know who to DM now when I want the good stuff. I'm going to skip past Ray and go straight to Joe now. Joe's got the good stuff.
That's it, man. So, yeah, man, like the pairing for these cigars are definitely espressos. You said coffee and cigars?
Yes, I do that every Sunday morning live.
Yep.
Dude, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Drifting Drams. You know, we have 2 different. We suggest 2 different coffee mixes from them for the Pagliaccis. So,
okay,
yeah, and mine is a coffee cigar. You know, I love a good espresso blend. I love a Cuban coffee with it. And every once in a while, depending is I like a good latte. Just give me just that little bit of that milk acid in there to be able to kind of work the palate over and do that. You know, even an Americano, you know, being able to have a good coffee with a cigar to be able, you know, it's not, man, if you're drinking like Folgers or Maxwell House or fucking Safeway brand or something like that with your coffee, all right, I get it. But you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by not, you know, pairing it well.
So I'll tell you my problem with Connecticut's. When I started smoking religiously 8-9 years ago before I started barrel burners, I tried Connecticut's. Okay, Connecticut's were bland. There was nothing to them.
Your grandfather's Connecticut.
Right. I couldn't taste them over the coffee. I couldn't pick out notes. And then as Oki's pushing me more into Connecticut's, all the Connecticut's I love now are strong like a Maduro. They have transition. They're full of fucking pepper and smoke. That's a Connecticut to me. I cannot stand the other Connecticut's. Not gonna lie.
Ones that are just straight flavor.
You are right, Ray. It's got to be what I call now our generation of Connecticut. It's made for us. And it's a big difference. And there's still those bland Connecticut's out there on the market. And I'm trying to think. I don't know of any big name Connecticut I smoke anymore. It has to be a boutique Connecticut because all the newer blood in the industry is making those Connecticut's with punch, man. It fucking punch you in the mouth. It's full of pepper. The retro, it's cinnamon, it's spice, it's nutmeg, it's all these bacon. It's totally different. And that's another good thing about barrel burners where these people don't know about all this until we educate them on, but it's a different world with the Connecticut's that are being blended now. I would say 4 years ago, there was a huge shift where the young blood said, let me do a Connecticut. And this is the way we're going to do it. And that's the fucking Connecticut's I can stand behind now.
Yeah. And I mean, it was even, you're going to go back to Eric with Black Star, and you're going to go with, with Jess and Brandon at Big Sky. That was their first cigar. Both of them came out with a Connecticut to start. And this is how they come out of the gate. And
nobody mentioned my favorite, though.
What's that?
What do you got?
Fucking Southern Draw, Rosa Sharon.
Oh, Rosa Sharon.
Fine, then let's go with the Espinosa Crema. Let's just add that one along there.
Yeah,
if you can find that in there, if you can, I have the Lancero in there, and I smoked one the other day and fell in love with that cigar all over again. It's phenomenal.
I got to kick Pete out of chance. This motherfucker's over here and said Brick House, Connecticut. Pete, go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even AJ's Core Line, Connecticut. You want to talk about a big brand? Go get AJ's Connecticut.
Oh yeah,
he's got a great one.
Now, Black Label makes some good Connecticut's too. Not gonna lie,
Oh,
Black
boy.
Label could throw you a Connecticut out there that
knocks your
socks off. Yeah, if I had to pick 4, I'm going to stick to the 4 I picked. But that crema from Espinosa, that does hit different. Even the knuckle sandwich Connecticut they put out hits different.
All right, gentlemen, I'm afraid that I'm going to burn the shit out of myself if I try to relight that thing. I'm going to set my hat on
give us
fire.
something to watch. Give us beer, man. Let's see.
No, because then Ray will get his wish, and I'm going to be out there half naked in the yard, fucking rolling around in the wet grass to put the fire out. And I don't know that. I think we're going to get demonetized if that right there happens.
We ain't even monetized. You know they don't monetize cigar content anymore.
Yeah,
you can't monetize cigars.
Yep, just absolute man titties out there running around.
And guys, if y'all have to bail, you can bail, man. We're just free for all, and we're fucking off with you guys. Like I said, I love what you're doing. In this, I don't know how Okie feels. I'm pretty sure he feels the same. But you guys, and the fact that Ray is an OG barrel burners, that puts another special spot in our heart. We're always going to support our own, even if he wasn't. I mean, what you guys doing is enough to support alone. But I mean, we feel like part of this, being that Ray is part of us. So. Absolutely. We are always here for you guys and to help plug and do what you want. But, yeah, don't feel like you have to stick around. Talk about what you want. Chat, ask what you want. We'll go as long as you guys have questions and want to hang out. Barry, you're welcome, brother. But, nah, man, it has been fun to watch the last few years for you. It's been crazy, man.
Henry Clay. The Henry Clay in the Connecticut is another great one. You know, I mean, yeah, keep them rolling. I mean, I'm a Connecticut whore. Don't sleep on them. You know, like you said, there are a lot. I mean, I still like the ones that are the milder ones on occasion, but you know, I want some hitters.
Yeah, it's got to be, man. It's got to have that transition. It's got to have that pop. And I'll smoke it all day long. And every Sunday, I try to smoke a different Connecticut I haven't had yet for the guys to watch me live, experience it, give them my feedback. But yeah, it's definitely.
Hell, I got to go back to my notes. I used to have a note in here. Let's might have to cloud back it up. My Connecticut's.
Okie's Connecticut's.
Yeah, Okie's Connecticut. He's an old man with technology there, living off the grid. You got to respect that.
Box.
All right, so here you go. I mean, Big Sky, Yellowstone, Room 101, Breakfast in Portugal, La Galera, Connecticut, the Aganor Salif, Connecticut, Christoph, Connecticut, Southern Draw, Rosa Sharon, it's on there.
Yep.
The Charter Oak, Connecticut, the AJ Last Call, Connecticut, AJ's Ave Maria Divinia, Perdomo Champagne. The Perdomo BBA was back then. That was a great one. The Ashton Monarch, the Oliva Connecticut Reserve, Padron Damaso. I can't believe I forgot the Damaso to put that on the Mount Rushmore. I got to figure out where that one's going to take it. But that is a phenomenal Connecticut. It is unbelievable.
Breakfast in Portugal, man. I haven't had that in years. That's
let me tell you, for the price point.
Yeah, man. That's a budget stick. That's a great budget stick.
It's $6. I just put it on my top 5 countdown this week. That is a $6 cigar.
That's a great stick.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then they just put out the Maduro version of it too, but it don't hit the same as the Connecticut. Still good.
No. Hey, I tell you what, and if you want a replacement for it that I think is even better than the original release, is go out and get the brand new release of the Room 101 Miami Snow.
Yeah, I love the Miami Snow as well. I get both of those. Shit, you get a 10-count box for $50 any day of the week on CI. I mean, for either one of those cigars. I mean, 10 cigars.
By the way, total non-cigar related, just in case anybody's following the NBA playoffs. The Knicks are about to go up 3-0 in the series.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm a Thunder fan. 3-0 is nothing new for us.
Nah.
Dude, you see that shit after the Lakers game last night? They were so mad about the calls they met with the refs on the court after.
Oh, just
fucking flopping LeBron. Like, you got any fucking thing to say about the refs with your fake injuries and fake crime? Fuck LeBron. Single-handedly, what's wrong with the NBA now is LeBron.
We got into that conversation the other night. Do I like the guy? No. But do I think he's one of the top 10 basketball players of all time? Absolutely.
I'll give him top 10 because of longevity and what he's been able to do with his body. But what he's fucking done with the flopping and the faking and the bullshit. And I'm giving Ray hell because I'm a Celtics fan. And we already home watching the playoffs. So I mean,
People
I
make
got
mistakes.
to
in life.
give
It's all
Knicks
right.
fans hell, but it is.
You know, listen, you give me hell all day. We haven't won a championship since 1973. I've never seen the Knicks win a championship. I've seen every other sports team that I follow win a championship. I've never seen the Knicks win.
I've been
Hey,
lucky
I tell you
enough
what.
to see 4 Celtics championships in my life, so it's been nice.
If
It's been nice.
If it wasn't for the early '90s Bulls and the late '90s Pacers, New York should have had 2 or 3
Yes,
chips.
I agree.
And then with the Spurs, man, we played the Twin Towers in the fucking finals, bro, with Camby when Ewing got hurt. We had no chance.
Fucking
No
Ewing
chance. Got
and John
swept.
Starks and those guys should at least have back-to-back championships.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that Bulls era.
Oh, they had so much gas. I mean, they had squads and they were just great. But like you said, you know, you go up against Mr. Fundamental and the Admiral, you know, that's tough.
Yeah. If I can just live to see my Pelicans win a championship, I'll be happy. I've lived to see my Saints win a championship, but I just need to see the Pelicans raise one before I die, and I'll be all right. I'll be good. Yeah, that's a good point, Rob.
It was 146. Jason's going to make 146.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be on my deathbed. Be like, nah, bro, they got to go one more year. We got it next year.
Yeah, and on that point, Bob, is I was talking with a guy today. You know, I've got other cigar smokers that are at work that I'm trying to, you know, organize to get some of us that, you know, that enjoy cigars in this area together and, you know, be able to smoke in person and all that other stuff. But there's one of the other guys in the department that's been listening all the time whenever me and 2 other guys are talking. And he's like, hey, by the way, you know, he's like, I'm kind of interested in kind of getting into it. You know, what do you recommend and all that other stuff? And the very first thing that I tell him is do not get into what some of these old heads are going to tell you and just look inside of a box and tell if a cigar is mild or not. Because that used to be the going thing is you would look at it and
tells you strength.
Yeah, and no, not anymore, kid. You know, that some of them Maduros out there are a milder cigar than some of these Connecticut's are out there. So, you know,
we put out a cigar that looked like it was going to knock you out. And it was the lightest, fruitiest, chocolatiest cigar. It was the Crinkles. It was the breakfast cigar, we called it. It was, what was it, 52 by 7, right? 52 by 7. It was a box press as well. And it was just so, you know, that's back, you know, when we were still doing things on the ground, you know, in the club. And it was just great cigar, bro. I love it. I still have a couple of those. We used to have like dinner things, right? We get a whole bunch of cigar smokers together, have a dinner, and do a stick. And that's, you know, we used to get a 3-pack, right? 3-pack with dinner. Yeah. And we had it in restaurants and stuff like that, man. Yeah, humble beginnings, man. Hey, so I'm still doing a chili cook-off. I'm selling cigars at a chili cook-off next month.
Awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
Hang on. I got one for you.
Yo,
I got one for you.
Sign on, brother. Advertise, you guys. That's a too bad kick-ass of a sign not to have it on, man. Get that shit on. Go ahead.
Well, you want the sign on? You want the sign on?
Yeah, get that shit on, man.
Advertise.
All right, let's go.
So I got one for you, and this is for the masses. So we've talked about bourbon pairings, whiskey pairings, you know, rum, you know, coffee, all the rest of the stuff. We're only talking about beverages. So out of your core line, you got a big fat steak, twice baked potato sitting there. You got some pasta on the side, all the rest of that stuff, but you can smoke. Which one of your cigars are you putting with the steak dinner?
Oh, hell yeah.
You want me to go first, Ray, or you want to go?
You go first.
Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry, I'm off screen. I'm walking back.
No, man, that sign was too badass not to show to the world, man. Get it on like I got mine on. We're here to talk about you guys, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah, so mine will be the Rodeo Clown because it's our strongest cigar and has great flavor on it. But I need to be full when I smoke that cigar because that's the power. It ramps up on it. It's very heavy nicotine. So I really need to have, you know, steak dinner, man, baked potato.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that carbohydrate going in for sure.
Yeah, a little ice cream too. You know, I need everything.
Yeah.
You know, espresso. That's for me. You know, so mine will be the Rodeo Clown.
I gotta try that one. man. I was looking at that this week on Smokey, and I was like, what do I need to branch out to on the core line? And that one spoke to me.
That's your Hackadory. That's the Sumatra right there, man.
I know. That's why it spoke to me. It's like, all right, gotta get it.
Just, but I don't want to cut off Ray, but with that project, we started off that cigar, and it was there, it wasn't there, and we're like, we need to bring that out to a bigger audience. So we brought that cigar to a cigar company's like monthly box, and sent it out to them. We got some feedback on it. Then we brought that blend to a friend of ours, Tony Barrios, and we're like, it's missing something. We're getting a little feedback. It's missing something. And he took our ratios, added another binder to it. So it's a double binder to it. Lights out, bro. Lights out. And it's just amazing when you collaborate with somebody. We didn't think, you can, and boom. And that's how the Rodeo Clown was born. That's why we named it the Rodeo Clown, believe it or not. Because it was after Tony Barrios.
Good shit. Ray, what's your steak cigar?
Same.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally agreed on something. Look at you two. Finally agreed on something.
Yeah, the only opportunity that I've had is I was at a lounge in Spokane at the casino and had the opportunity to order, steak and all the rest of that stuff. And it was a beautifully done steak. I mean, it'd have been fine all by itself, but I smoked the Aquitaine along with it. That one, I mean, yeah, that hammer of that cigar going with the perfectly seasoned beef, perfectly cooked, the potato on the side, the pasta, the bourbon was flowing, and all that other stuff. That's kind of why I'm curious, to kind of gauge where y'all are at based upon some of the own experience that I've had. Now, I've done barbecues and stuff like that where you're sitting around, having a burger that somebody did or all the rest of that stuff. And, there's 10 or 12 cigars that I'll smoke with that because I have in the past. But, I was just kind of curious where your personal palates kind of fell whenever you have that kind of experience and that kind of opportunity. So yeah, definitely gonna have to try that rodeo clown.
Ass, so man, you got to eat with Aquitaine. That motherfucker. Whew.
Dude, I did that one, and I did the Neanderthal back to back on many occasions.
Oh shit, you were buzzing.
You know what cigar I love by them? I love the Wanderlust.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, but you can't fucking get the Wanderlust no more.
Yeah, I know.
Great cigar,
that
the
was
Baca.
An overseas exclusive, man. That one pissed me off not being able to get more than like 2 of that thing.
That Baca Cameroon.
Can't be sold in the United States. Wanderlust.
No, man, that cigar, that's a one of a kind.
Yeah.
Well, guys, anything else y'all want to talk about before we let y'all go? Anything you want to hype? Anything you want to do? We're right at 2-hour mark. I know y'all got families and you got life, and I appreciate y'all reaching out, wanting to do this, and very passionate to be the first. So you got it, brother. You got it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I just, to all the members of the Barrel Burners and everybody watching the show, grab yourself a 5-pack of the Pagliaccis, man. Grab 2, grab one of the Azori, grab one of the Viola, or just grab one of each stick, man. Smoke them at the same time. See the difference of how little tweaks can make a big difference in a cigar, man.
Yeah,
because that's what it comes down to. It's just a little tweak. It's using the same tobaccos. It's something we're very passionate about. It's a beautiful thing.
And I'm going to touch on what Joe said. Fuck that. Don't buy one of each cigar. You're going to get both 5-packs for less than $100 out the door. Get fucking both 5-packs and be done with it, because you're going to regret the fact that you didn't get the 5-pack when you got a single or a double. Just buy the fucking 5-pack, be done with it, sit down there, smoke them back to back, enjoy your fucking day, support these guys.
Appreciate that, man.
I ain't even going to say buy 1 or 2. It is that good. We've all smoked them tonight. I smoked both back to back. The second one, I'm on the nub of it now.
So
you're not. So
you smoked both of them. Did you see the nuances, the little differences in the cigar?
They're similar, but a little bit different. Of course, the second one, the white label one, is a little more mellow. That one fits perfect to me for more of a morning and the coffee of what I like. But the other one, that's a day, that's a lunch, that's an evening, that's a wind down at night. Similar but different.
Similar but different, yes, sir.
But I love it. I did the same thing. I had a buddy over this weekend. He was actually one of the first members, my best friend that started Barrel Burners with me. And we sit down and I put the PS5 outside and we played PGA golf for 4 hours and we smoked these things back to back together so I could see his reaction with my reaction. And he was blown away too, man. We had a hell of a time playing golf on PlayStation and smoking cigars. It was a perfect day, perfect cigars to share with a friend. And it was nice to be able to share that experience and kind of see what he was picking out because I hadn't wrote the review yet and I wanted to see his impressions with mine. And it was a fun time, man. It's like I said, these two cigars will stay in the humidor for sure. I cannot believe the price point after smoking them. You accomplished what you guys wanted with the price point. And like I said, if you unband that thing and hand it to somebody, they're never going to think $8 cigar. No way, no world, no shape.
Yep.
I
mean, Vitola's being the same as the one that I smoked last night versus the one smoking tonight. I would have sworn to you that the one that I smoked last night was the lower price point cigar versus this one here.
Yep.
So fortunate enough to be back to back on the night. I'm not going to name brand names again. I need to smoke another one of these other ones in order to know for sure because I love the rest of their line. So I just need to know. But hey, Ray, here's something that might be familiar from the old Herf days.
Bottle kill.
Bottle kill. Let's go.
Bottle kill.
There was only a quarter of it when we started.
All right, guys, we're going to roll 5 more minutes. That's going to round us up to the 2-hour mark. Get those questions in now. This is the last opportunity you got to ask Joe and Ray anything. Actually, it's 4 minutes from now. So go ahead, get the questions in, and then we'll let them sign off with their last words, and we'll let them get back to life. And we'll definitely be doing more with these guys down the line, especially as the new stuff comes out this year and they got new releases. We're definitely going to stay in the loop. We're going to help them out any way we can. They're family, man. That's the word we're going to use. That's family. So that's what family does. So definitely you got 4 minutes to get some questions in, and we're going to round it out and go. Did the game end, Ray?
Yes, sir.
Good
Jason,
deal.
we got to get our rep out to your shop that you visit. You know, we have a rep in Louisiana.
I know he was messaging me a while ago. He's only about 2.5 hours from me, but I don't have no shop, so he can come hang out at the man cave. But I ain't got no shop. Barrel Burners is because I don't have a shop, so it is what it is.
I just meant the shop you hang out at. You know, if you go to
my man cave right now where I'm in, that's my shop.
All right, my man.
So John Johnson says, great show, fellas.
Right.
Very nice to meet you, John. And
we're definitely going to set that Discord. We're going to take over one of those Discord nights. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. So any night, like I said, we'll get you back in, Ray. Joe, we can get you an invite in there too. We'll give you the cigar brand title, and hey, if you stick around and you do earn the requirements, shit, you get a patch too. You know.
Well, if you can you talk about the requirements on air, or you know?
Yeah. So our requirements are simple. It's a 6-week minimum. You got to hit level 15 in our chats, and you got to do one official Herf with one of our Herf hosts, just so we know you're not a bot and we know you're real. Most people hit the requirements before the 6-week period and they're just waiting. But yeah, it's not much, man, but it weeds out the patch collectors. It's enough requirement where they say, I ain't doing all that to get a patch. The people that are there for the right reasons stick around. They get their patches.
That's cool.
And they become a member.
And the level is based upon your activity in our chats.
Yeah, you get XP for every message you send, and it's that easy. If you're there for the right reasons and you're conversating with people and you're talking cigars, you're going to hit the levels no problem. If you're popping in once a week, don't say a word, and you just post a cigar picture of what you're smoking, you're never going to make it.
Bro, we got a guy that got in. Yeah, we got a guy that got in before me, and I would say that 95% of his XP is posting like 4 cigar pictures that he smoked that week. And that has been it. And bro is still at like level 12.
Nope. I'm going to correct you and say 99% because about 6 months ago, I was curious and I went back from the day he's come in our server and he's never said a word other than dropping random pictures in the chat of what he's smoking. And I'm like, nobody knows you. You don't know nobody in there. it's not going to work, bro. You didn't develop those friendships and the relationship and the family, and that's what it's about. I mean, there are clubs out there that'll give you a patch just for saying you want to be a member, but that is not us. We want family. We don't want members. We want family, and that's
I like that.
what sets us apart. So if you can't contribute, we don't want you, and you don't need to be there anyway.
I just want to make sure it's not like I have to go buy a bag of ice, let it melt, and return it.
No, I mean, you might lose a kidney one night if you get too drunk and somebody's nearby. I mean, but that's the most of it.
That's it.
But yeah, it's not a hard requirement. Like I said, if you truly want to be there, the requirement is nothing. You're going to get it in no time.
That's
right. Like I said, people still pop in and they may say one thing one week and shit, you don't see them again for a year and they pop back in. Shit, we got members that have been MIA for 2 years that life happens and they just popped in recently and they're talking again. So once a member, always a member, unless you left on bad terms or you caused drama, you're always welcome back, man. You're always a member once you got that patch. So
nice.
All right, guys. What's up, Corey? We are ending it now, guys. It is 2 hours. We went live with the Cigar Clowns, guys. We appreciate you. Stay put. We're going to go ahead and end the stream, and then we'll talk to you on the sidebar and let you guys go. Burners, a few guys are already saying getting open herf. So if you still got some cigar left, get in our Discord, get an open herf channel right now, and finish your cigars together. And we'll see you in chats, guys. Cigar Clowns, we appreciate y'all, guys. Thank y'all for foremost the support. Y'all were one of the first ones of many that reached out and was like, what took so long to go media? Thank you. Let's do this. And we're here for you guys. Oki, you got anything before I hit end?
You know, Ray and I have been brothers a very, very long time. We might have quit talking for a bit and all the rest of that stuff because life got busy, but I love this guy. You know, he's been true blue throughout the entire thing. Granted, it's fucking Knicks blue. And Yankee blue and Giants blue and all that other shit. But it's one of those deals is, you know what, I'm very, very proud of Ray and, you know, you other gentlemen that have gone along the ride with him and put up with his ass for as long as possible. So it's one of those deals is, you know, I smile and I feel blessed from, you know, you guys being able to do what it is that you want to do. And your success is something that, you know, whether it means anything to you guys or not, I'm proud of you guys. And I greatly appreciate the friendship.
And Brutus says all y'all got to do is make more 5150, and he's happy. And and guys, go to Discord, go to Instagram, and tell all the fucking other clubs out there y'all got to hang out with Paul Tuttle of Orange County Choppers tonight, and he is a fucking great dude. And no other clubs has had a motorcycle builder on their shows tonight.
There you go.
All right, guys, we love y'all. See you in Discord. Y'all have a good night. Stay put, everybody.